All right, y'all. We are back. Episode 4. Got my girl D Savannah with me. I'm gonna go ahead and let you introduce yourself because can't nobody introduce you better than you, right?
Oh my gosh, you're right about that. Period. So my name is D Savannah. I am a singer and songwriter out of Houston, Texas. I've been singing forever, literally since maybe like 5.
Oh my gosh.
To sing in church with my mama. We thought we was like the knockoff Karen Clark here because we look like them, and so we would go around from churches all in the city and sing The Safest Place. That was their iconic song. In the whole wide world, there's danger in the land. Yeah, that was me and mama. So I've been singing a long time. Professionally though, independently within the last like 4 years. So
okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So tell me how your journey has been so far.
It's been interesting. So sang all through high school. After high school, I did the whole American Idol, X Factor, The Voice. I did that consistently about 10 years.
Okay, so how did that go?
Nose after nose after nose after nose. It was surprisingly, now that I look back on it, I handled it very well.
You love that.
But to hear no as much as I did could literally deter a person.
Yeah, because it messes with your confidence and all of that. So how did you keep that from like making you say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore?
Because I know I can sing.
Period.
And I was like, these people don't know what they're talking about
at all.
And I knew very early on that it was politics. It was people in there that like was in chicken soups and had flamboyant hair, or was just their personality was all out of the whatever. And I knew that you know, that was better for TV versus it wasn't really about talent for real. So for 10 years I did that, and every time I heard a no, the next Monday I was at my vocal lessons every week. I'd never stopped, cried, wiped them tears off, and was like, okay, well, we finna go eat. And that was just it. Like, that's just how I am. So that really molded me, I think, for where I am today. So when I hear no's or when I hear anything that's contrary to what I want to hear, it literally rolls off my shoulder. So you know, we're thankful for it. I always find a light at the end of the tunnel. So I did that. And then I think I reached a point where I was doing live music. I was starting to perform and wanted to get more comfortable on stage. Because believe it or not, I used to just stand in one space and just look like an awkward.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Because see, I have not been to a live show, but I catch your shows on YouTube where somebody got it on, you know, their Instagram story. I be like, okay, and she be moving, y'all. If y'all have not called the show, y'all need to go get
I be everywhere. My daddy comes to the shows and he be like, girl, I can't keep up with you because I look and I pick my phone up to record a video and you be gone. And I be like, yeah, you got to keep up with these.
Work the crowd, okay.
But it took time. And I'm so big on artist development because it takes time, which is why I started offering artist development. So I do like vocal lessons and songwriting consultations. If people do auditions and stuff, audition prep, stage performance, because I feel like who better to teach you or to kind of give you some pointers on what you're doing than somebody who's doing the same thing as you, and who may be a little bit, I never like to, you know, be like, oh, I'm better, I'm more further, but if you're just starting out, I kind of am too, but it's levels to it. Yeah. So I can kind of help you, you know, start off songwriting, or if you the type you don't really know what to do on stage, I can give you a few pointers, you know. So I think artist development is very important, and so everything that I've endured thus far to now has absolutely contributed to where I am now. So yeah, I was tired of them the shows and stuff, and I was like, I'm just gonna do my own thing. So I did the live music for a little bit, and then from there I was like, I have the talent. My grandpa always invested into my career, so he bought me everything I needed for a studio at home. Learned how to do YouTube covers, and I practiced just recording and things like that, and I was like, I can make my own music. And then in 2018 I released my first single, Dirty Lover. 2019 I released my album, Me and You.
And it was amazing.
Thank you. It still hasn't reached the level that it needs to, but again, okay. You know,
it's gonna come.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
I'm listening to it.
And I still get people every day who send me like Roll With It or Dear Diary. Dear Diary is a favorite. Yes. So I appreciate the love, because I literally just, it was songs that was in my journal, and I was like, let's just compile it to an album. So, and now we're here with Love Letter and Black, and it's been a good journey.
Love Letter, I will say, maybe my favorite.
Mine's too.
I think so.
Love Letters.
That's the one.
I understood the assignment. I did.
So let's talk about the creative process in that one. So what was the inspiration? Talk me through it.
Girl.
Come on, let's talk through it.
So I'm an artist to where I feel like I don't want to sound like everybody else. And when we think of songs that are timeless pieces, sometimes it's the New Orleans, the bounce. Sometimes it's the jazz. Sometimes it's the 50s kind of Meghan Trainor, like I'm Gonna Lose You, When a Woman Loves, R. Kelly.
Yes.
So a friend of mine, we talk music all the time, and we were talking about that particular style of music, and I was like, I would love to do something like that. And so how I write my songs is I go to YouTube, find beats, and I use that as inspiration of what I would want the song to be. I'll write to it, and then I'll always hear different things in my head. So I'll go to a producer and I'll get it re-recorded. And so I wrote it and was like, hey, let's go in and let's do it. And it just kind of happened. And even when I was in the studio, a lot of the extra stuff, because when I'm writing, I write like the main, the verse, the hook, whatever. But all the backgrounds and the extra stuff that I feel like just made Love Letter what it is, that was just on the spot in the studio.
We love it.
Shout out to Black Keys.
He produced it. Yes. You went. Okay.
Yes.
We love
yes.
that. We love that.
Yes. Black Keys produced it. Did an amazing job. So I think Love Letter is absolutely my favorite too. The lyrics is just beautiful. The vocal arrangement, the production. I was surprised at myself, and it's so important to me because as D Savannah, that's my first single. Yes. So before that, I was going by my name, Darius Savannah, but nobody can ever say my name right. They be Daria, Daria, Diarrhea. So let's sit down because that's not my name. So we just gonna drop it, and we're gonna be D Savannah. And that's who I am now, and that's my first single. And so it was super important to me that I set the tone for who I'm gonna be.
Well, you did. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm giving you your flowers right now.
Thank you.
Don't nobody else do it. I'm giving it to you.
I drink to that.
You were silly. Okay. It's two things I want to touch on because you brought up your grandfather. For those of you who do not know who her grandfather is, her grandfather is. You want to go ahead?
No, that was so cute because I didn't think you were gonna know who he was. You gonna have me crying in here, girl.
Don't cry.
Okay, I'm not gonna cry.
Oh my gosh, please.
I'm with the
please,
don't cry.
Don't cry. Okay, he's the Houston boxing legend, Mr. Willie Savannah. You did a boxing match in his honor last year. How did that go?
Amazing.
I saw you had a great little turnout. What made you say this is what we need to do and we need to do it right now?
With the boxing tournament, I actually had nothing to do with that. My grandmother. So him and my grandmother pioneered the boxing legacy that they have today together. And I think it was between her and other people who he just impacted. And they were like, let's do a match in his honor. Oh my God. And so I just remember walking into that mall and seeing that line. It was, if y'all have been to Greenspoint Mall, the food court, it was wrapped like around the food court. My gosh, it was stupid.
I believe it. They came out to see him. To support him in his honor. What do you mean?
I mean, my grandpa is he a nigga. Okay. Can I say that on here? Can we talk? Okay.
I said this wrong.
We real. Okay. My grandpa, growing up, like he has sat with the famous of the famous, Don King, the princes, the Muhammad Ali, and you will never know because every time he walks out, he got flip flops, toes ashy, a collar shirt on with some chicken crumbs, because he just ate some chicken biscuits or something, with a hat cocked to the side, pulling up in his Bentley. That's how he was. So he's always been humble, and even growing up, I really never even knew who he was for real. I knew who he was, but once I got older, I was like, you really that dude.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
And so, I guess it came full circle. I knew it when he was here. I knew it when he passed because literally, like, news stations, everybody was trying to come to the service and it was in the middle of COVID, though, so it was,
I know.
That was a headache. Oh, my gosh. And then, that boxing match though was the next thing that so many people could come out to and really support. So it was a bunch of kids and adults just having different matches in their divisions and fighting in his honor, and then other people just coming to support and speculate, and it was just I felt like legacy, and I still do. Yes. So that's a lot of the reason why I wanted to just do D Savannah, to keep the Savannah because that's how everybody knew him was Savannah. Yep. So I was like, I'll keep the D and just D Savannah to kind of pay homage to him.
Oh my God.
I've actually never told anybody that, so that's the first deal. Exclusive on Off the Rip.
Look, and I'm gonna drink to that one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I saw you was in the studio yesterday. Y'all, I'm a little nosy. I'm a little nosy. So I saw you was in the studio yesterday. Mm-hmm. What we working on?
So it actually wasn't anything for me.
Okay.
It was some work for some other people with backgrounds. Okay. I also do that. Features, backgrounds for other work. A lot of the stuff, I don't even need to be whatever. You just need some vocals. Go ahead and pay my bread and put some spice on your song, Okay. So that's what that was. But I am also working on more songs, more recording for myself. I definitely would like to put out a project. Definitely have some singles coming.
Okay.
But people have been asking for a project, so I feel like kind of got to give the people what they want.
I'm thinking you should go ahead and drop one in the summer, since summer drops are your thing.
But it's not even about summer. It's my birthday.
So I don't want to. When is your birthday?
My birthday is July 19th.
Okay, is that a Cancer? Oh, my mother's a Cancer.
Your mother's a good woman.
Wow. Yes, okay, yes. Angela, you have a friend indeed.
Yes, I always try to drop. That's kind of my birthday gift to myself. I never know what to do for my birthdays. I'm not a planner. But with my music, I either do concerts or I release music. So I don't want to be too cliche and do that again, but yeah,
I think you should. I'm going to go ahead and speak it into existence now. We're getting a project. We're getting a project.
If the stars align for that.
Yes, God. Okay, so we talked about you doing a lot of shows. How do you prepare for a show?
How do I prepare for a show? Honestly, these days, the shows have been coming back to back to back. It's not a lot of preparation. How do
you keep all the energy up then? Because, if you running around show after show, they say naps.
Let me tell you.
Are important. We did not think they were so important
naps
when we were kids.
Are important. I've always loved naps since I was little. Whenever they was like, nap time, we pulled out the little mat and oh, baby, I was the first one on the mat. Time to go to sleep. Get my goldfish. Let me go to sleep. So I have to, today I didn't have a nap. But I have so much energy because I was so excited to be here. But I know after this I'm probably going to be ready.
You're gonna be like,
I'm that girl. I have to get rest. I'm understanding that my career is increasing and so it's going to get more busy. So I have to absolutely set aside time for self-care, mental health, and that aligns with naps. With rest, with the body and the mind. And so for a lot of the shows, if I have a show that day, I typically don't want to have too much going on. I need time to just be at home, to decompress. It's always something to do, but if I don't have to be out ripping and running,
that's fine.
That's fine, and before the show, as long as I go all over my music. And the thing with my shows, I never really know how it's going to go because sometimes it's so impromptu. And I may plan to sing this song and then we singing another song and we went into another jam. So R&B live music is weird like that. You just really never know. It's so fun. You never know what you're going to get. And with all the amazing musicians that I play with, it's always a different type of energy. So it's always good. So yeah, that's how I typically prepare, is I just make sure I don't have too much stuff going on that day. Oh, excuse me. Too much stuff going on that day. And if I'm rested, I'm good.
We love that. Okay.
Let me tell you something about me, which is why this question is always so hard, because I am super picky, and I see so many people play with so many people, but it's very rare when people leave an imprint on me. And whether it's live music, whether it's artists that's out today, you got a lot of good people that they sound good, they play good, they make good music, but it's very rare when people just leave an imprint on me. So when questions like that come up, my brain just kind of goes blank, because I enjoy a lot of people, but favorites, I've just never really been a fan of favorites. I just like what I like in the moment.
Okay, I feel that. So, what is it that we don't like about the industry right now?
I don't like that there is a lack of authenticity and honesty. anybody could go and make music. Anybody can go and buy the equipment needed to make music. Social media allows anybody to have fans, anybody to have supporters, and I think that's beautiful. But I also, going back to the artist development thing that we were talking about, nobody's really being held accountable on, but you could use some work here. And so what's happening is that people are seeing that, oh, this is the type of music that everybody is liking and supporting. Let me just get a fire beat like this. Let me rap about nonsense. Or let me sing, even though it don't sound its best, and put out some, and I'm all for creative artistic expression. And I believe that as an artist, there are so many different layers. Maybe you're not meant to be on the forefront and do the delivery. Maybe you're a fire ghostwriter. Maybe you have great creative visuals in mind. Maybe you do good production as far as, oh yeah, say that like this in this melody, or make, vocal production and production in that sense. But everybody's not meant to deliver. And I think that, I hop on so many live music reviews, because even though I am who I am, I'm still trying to make it to other levels, right? So I hop on these reviews and, submit my music to be seen or whatever. And I just hear these people, you waiting forever. So you just watch these people see these different artists submit their music, whether it's just a song or whether it's a video. And it's the same. None of it moves you. It's the same thing over and over. It's just hype music, everybody moving around. And it's cool, but it's like, music is supposed to move you. Music is supposed to be music to your soul, a language to your soul. You're supposed to hit you in a different way that regular words and speaking cannot. So I just feel like that's getting lost in society today. And I just hate that it's so sensitive. It's such a sensitive society, because if you tell somebody, well, I don't like that, then they feel like, oh, you hating, oh, you jealous. Let's pause. Because okay,
jealous of who?
I take this industry so seriously, and I can't tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. But if there is somebody who is genuinely wanting to help aid in your career in any type of way, take the advice. Listen, you got to be able to take criticism. And then nowadays, because labels are not really needed, you don't have that artist development thing that comes with building that artist. So as long as you got followers and you got clout and you got money and you got all these different type of things, then you own. And it's so false, and it goes deeper than that. Then when you get the success and you get the money, you get the people around you, you don't know how to make executive or great decisions. You don't really know financial literacy that well. You don't even know yourself well. And you deal with different things, and you maybe deal with loss, you maybe deal with just depression, because we all go through it, and it doesn't matter how successful you are and in any level in your life. And so when you don't have those developmental tools because somebody just threw you out there, or maybe just the people just like your vibe and you were thrown out there and now you're successful and you have all these things, it's just so I wish that there was more honesty, authenticity in this industry, in the rap world, and as well as the R&B. I like to mesh both of them, because as a singer, I don't like to just be placed in an R&B box, because I'll throw a little rap flow. Even though I don't rap, I stay in my lane and I sing. But I'm from Houston, so I got that swag to where I can play with, what I mean?
Of course. So, I gotta throw it in there for a little rap.
Exactly. I gotta let them know how we get down. So I like to touch on both genres, because it's not one or the other. It's together, especially because it's all predominantly black people. And that's a whole nother conversation in itself.
That because do we have time? We don't have time. I mean, we might have a little time.
I always got time to talk about black people.
Oh yeah, you got a song dedicated to us black people. So maybe we do need to talk about it. Go ahead, speak your piece.
So I wrote Black in the midst of all of the chaos that was going on in 2020. And I just felt like we needed something that was not sad, that was not depressing, but that spoke to the positivity of who we were and who we could be and what we needed to do. So, but then also that was fun. We could shake a little leg, we could twerk if we want to, we could do a little, we do a little routine dance, we could do whatever. I just wanted it to really exude blackness. So Jay Diggy produced that beat for me. He's out in New Orleans. Shout out to Jay Diggy. Love him. And then I wrote it and got it done. I think I recorded Black in my living room.
Really?
Yeah, outside was closed, so I recorded at the crib.
Ain't had no choice, but and
I just got it mixed and mastered, and we sent that thing off, and it did well. So well, and I still don't even think it's reached its full potential.
But it will.
It will.
Let me tell you.
What I see. That's my asset.
I see it in like a movie, a soundtrack.
Absolutely.
I want it there. Like when I heard it, I said, "Ooh, this needs to be."
It will be.
It will be.
And it's so crazy. I don't even stress about that song because I know when the right person hear it, it's over. I know it. Like, how can you not like it? I sing it unapologetically in front of all races of people, and I shout out my Black people every time, and even them, they're bobbing their head. You can't help but to like it, even if you don't really know what I'm talking about. You can't help but to like it.
The vibe,
and it's just fun. And then I also knew that it needed that emotional aspect of it too, so I did an acoustic version. Leon Witherspoon Jr. produced that one, and I got DJ Too Deep to feature on that one. Shout out to y'all. And it just added a whole different element.
Yeah, and it allowed people to really hear what you were saying and feel it.
Yeah.
Because with the beat, we were like, it
was just fun. It was like, yeah, we black, gifted and black. That's it. Yeah, but with that other one, it was like,
oh, that's what you said.
Gifted and
that's what I am. I am a young gifted Black person.
Exactly. I can't tell you how many young Black kids, like my friends' kids, they be like, hey girl, you the one with the Black song. Like, they love it. They be singing it. My friend sends me videos and clips of their kids singing it. That's what it's about. So whenever it pop off, when it do, it's gonna be crazy. I already know. I ain't tripping on it at all.
What do you think is more important, impact or profit?
Impact.
Great answer. I just want to see where your head was at. Impact, because when you make that impact, the profit that you need is gonna come. Amen. In Jesus' name.
Absolutely.
That's how you do it.
Absolutely. It's all about legacy for me.
So what do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be one that breaks barriers. I want it to be one to where it impacts not only the world but really my community. I just try to be very true to self and spirit and who I am in my core. I feel like that's who I am first before I'm anything else. So if I can impact those that look like me, that go through what I go through first, that's a legacy right there. So outside of just stepping out on faith and getting it out the mud and doing it on your own, musically or just as your career, whatever that is, generational wealth is important to me. Financial literacy is important to me. I don't know it all. I still feel like it's a lot of bags I didn't fumble because I don't know it all. But in my mind, I'm always like, I'm going to get there. I have to get there to where I'm set because this money comes and goes. Yep. You know what I mean? And I never want to be in the space to where when I go, whether it's now or later, whatever, because life happens. We don't know. I want to be able to leave something to financially, but then also just spiritually, and that's what Black is for me. I feel like that's a part of my legacy, which is why I'm not worried about nothing. If God forbid, if I was to go today, I know that Black is going to take off and it's going to do something that I could have never done, or that I could have, but that maybe I didn't get a chance to do. I don't know, but so when I think of my legacy and I think of the impact, it's that. It's just positivity. It's of good energy, of sound mind, of just being one and being whole and being prepared.
Yes. How would you say that how will you know that you have made it, like you're successful? What does success mean, or what does success look like for you right now?
Right now, success looks like I'm not renting no more. I stay where I want to stay. I drive what I want to drive. My bank account looks great. If I want to go and take a trip,
you don't even have to look at the bank account.
I ain't got to look at the bank account. I can do what I want to do and go fly. Yeah. If my daddy you want to go on a trip? Okay, boom. If you want to, you want a new crib? You want a new car? You want it in a different color? Oh, okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's success to me, and just being able to just be free from anything, everything.
Okay, we love that. We love that.
Ownership.
Ownership.
That's what it boils down to.
Because that's what we all need. You want to make your own thing for your own self. Because these people out here, they be trying to take it from you.
Yeah.
You need something that can't nobody take.
You got to come to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love
that's success. And it doesn't mean that I'll be internationally known. Mm-hmm. Maybe I won't. You know, I know that I want to be in a place to where I can take care of myself and those around me. Because I'm well aware that this world is not only the materialistic things and my career. Mm-hmm. We got governmental things going on. Yeah. We got some spiritual things going on. We got some prophetic things going on. So I like to always keep that in the back of my mind because I want to be prepared should anything ghetto pop off. Because America is already super ghetto right now. So should it get ghettoer, I want to make sure if I need to dip off, if I need to go and grab, if I need to go, anything, that's what success is to me, which is what I'm trying to, at least that's on the forefront of my mind every day. So
okay.
Yeah.
What motivates you?
My dreams as a kid.
Okay.
And I don't even know where that came from, but I was just really thinking about everything, like growing up, what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be, the things that I wanted to be, the way that I wanted to be a year or two ago. Mm-hmm. I'm that now. So to see that the dreams are so easily attainable, that's what motivates me. Like, you thought it, and it came to pass because you worked at it. Okay. And so when I look at that, when I look at my family and I look at my siblings and I look at my parents, I look at my dad, I'm his only child. He motivates me a lot. I want to take care of my dad. I want to move him out of his, crib, and I want to give him whatever it is his heart desires because he's done that for me my entire life. I want to take care of my mom and my younger brother and sister. So those are the things that motivates me, just to be a good example, because we live in a society right now where freedom of speech is really free, and it ain't always good. Mm-hmm. So I'm just very adamant on being the best example that I possibly can. So to see that I'm doing that in small strides means a lot.
Okay. How would you say that you've overcome some of the obstacles that you've been faced with?
Faith in something bigger than myself.
Yeah.
Understanding that I do have a lot of power, but there is also something way bigger than me that created me, that can sustain me through. So I think that's been the best motivator. And because I think just understanding that it's a mind thing. A lot of times we think, oh, I can, and woe is me. If you just train your mind to get out of that and to think a certain way and then to follow suit, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Yeah. I mean, it's in Philippians 4:13.
I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. It's my grandmother's favorite scripture.
One of mine. Okay. What would you say the biggest mistake has been that you've made as an artist? If any.
Sometimes what I'm noticing as of lately is sometimes you're getting booked a little bit too much, and so it's kind of like, okay, cool, these opportunities, sometimes you don't always overlook the fine print of certain things. So I would definitely say overlooking and not really paying attention to the fine print of contracts or agreements and things of that. And I haven't had any big issues happen, but it's been a few times where it's like, I should have caught that a little sooner. Maybe somebody else did because I sent it to them, or maybe like the event or whatever happened, or whatever the business deal happened. It's like, okay, I should have set this in place so that there's no confusion later. Like sometimes you'll work in the studio and maybe it's a big name, whatever, and it's kind of like, ooh, the opportunity is good, but so you run to it, but you don't have the necessary paperwork set up. And I think a lot of people have experienced that. You don't have the necessary paperwork set up in place before, so that once the work is done, the business is already taken care of. And I think sometimes we can be so excited about the work, and then it's like, then you try to do the business, and then it's kind of slow, and so I would say that part for sure.
Has there ever been any opportunities that you had to turn down? Because we know all money ain't good money, all fame ain't good fame. Has there ever been a moment where you was like, that kind of don't align with what I'm trying to do? I ain't really rocking with it, so I'm going to have to pass.
Not really. I did go to a video shoot casting one time, and turns out I had to like be naked. I was like, I don't know what y'all got going on, but this is no Players Club for me, so I had to turn that down. But other than that,
well, they say that sex sells.
It definitely does, but it doesn't always have to be so flamboyant. Like, you could be sexy, and I'm a big advocate for that. You can be sexy, and you can sell your sex in a very classy way.
And it seems like a lot of times the new people coming up, the artists, they think that the only way they're going to get noticed is if, you know, they put the outfits on and show their little tits and they booty showing, and all they got to do is twerk. Twerk.
That's it. That's it. 9 times out of 10, they don't even know how to twerk. No, they just naked for no reason.
Just facts.
But a lot of that is because of the artists that have come before them. And a lot of that is because of the labels and the people who have control over the media, what they allow to be pushed. So it's a bigger agenda for everybody. Everybody just playing a game. And that's why what I do like about the independent wave is that you don't have to rely on labels. You can really take control of your own image, of your own branding as an artist. You don't have to, you know, sign to anybody and then be whatever they want you to be. But the unfortunate thing is what's going to be put in front of everybody, what's going to be pushed, what's going to be praised and glamorized is, you know, the
stripping naked dances.
Yeah. That.
So with that, what would you say to the new people coming up in the industry? What would be your advice to them?
Learn yourself first. Learn yourself. Take some time to really unplug from everybody and everything and learn yourself first. I don't think I did my best creating until I unplugged, took a small break from music, and just learned myself. A lot of it was really a spiritual journey for me. I had to unlearn and relearn some things, and that was a very problematic time for me because a lot of the things that I grew up on, everybody around me grew up on the same thing and they agreed with that. So when I began asking questions and I began trying to do something different, I was looked at in a very weird way, and that didn't make it any easier because I already was trying to figure it out. So once I got to that point to where I did learn it and I was comfortable with my path and my journey, I was able to create better because I felt more in tune with myself. I felt like I understood myself more, my purpose, my God, and so that made the difference for me. So I would definitely say learn yourself, unplug, and don't just try to jump out there because it's booming or because I got to get out here now or it's never going to happen. Listen, what's for you is for you. There's so many people who made it or who make it like late 20s, early 30s, and a lot of people tell you, oh, that's too late. This ain't Disney Channel. We ain't gotta be no kid stars like
not Disney Channel.
You know, like well, you gotta start when you're 10. If you don't make it by the time you're 15, it's cut, baby. That's Nickelodeon. Okay, over here we gotta be seasoned and we gotta understand what's going on, and that comes with experience, and so that comes with age. So I would learn yourself, take some time, don't sweat it.
How would you say the industry has changed from women coming up in the industry? Or has it not changed at all? Do you still think that you're facing the same struggles that maybe Mary J did, maybe Anita Baker did back in the day?
I think that, and I don't know that much. I can say that I'm not that well versed in the industry to that extent. But from what I have seen and experienced, I think that women back in the day were bamboozled and manipulated a lot more because men they could just tell women whatever. And a lot of times, because they were trying to get out there and make that career pop, it was like, well, okay, well, they give me this bonus and they give me this money and da-da-da. And we don't really know how to manage that for real. I think women today have a better idea of how to manage their own business, on how to be bosses and speak up. We were very timid kind of back then. 90s is what I mean when I say back then and in those times. So we're just a different type of breed of women now, and so I do like that. I do like the bossness. I like, as I like to call it, the big pussy energy.
Big pussy energy.
I like that. I like that. I like that we're doing that, and that we're very adamant about what we want and what we expect. And if we don't really know for sure, we got people around us that do. So I would say, in a sense, it's definitely changed in that regard. And then I think that what I can say I do love, and I know we talked about the sex and the nakedness, but I'm always about balance too. Like, just like we need a good love ballad, I like a good trap mix, and I also like a good song where a woman talking about how she take care of her man, whether that's her man or not. You know what I mean? And so I like, because I feel like growing up, I heard a lot of men just always talk about how they do women, how they sex women, how they treat them, how they just one night, whatever. And so, although I'm an advocate of love, we big P's over here too sometimes. And so I like, because I'm in my pee bag right now. Period.
Oh, we can definitely get into that.
Hey, they love to look a little too complicated for your girl right now.
Yeah.
So I can say that I do like that the narrative has changed and have shifted in a way to where women are now like, hey, you ain't the only one that can play the game, and that can be a boss in the sense of I make my own decisions. I stand firm with what I want to do, what I don't want to do, who I want to do it with, who I don't want to do it with. And so, I would say it's definitely changed. I mean, I like that direction.
Okay, well, we were talking about the independent route. What would it take for you to sign the dotted line, if ever?
Oh, I wonder the same thing. I would say definitely got to be the right amount of money. I know that I think with like a lot of these contracts, it seems as if you got to put out a certain amount of albums and sales. There's so many little small details. So I wouldn't want to sign anything that's too like, oh, if you don't sign, you got to sign, like anything that's just crazy, unrealistic. Like, you got to put out 5 albums in the first year. Like, come on, ain't nobody doing that. And you know what I mean? So sometimes I think the contracts can be a little absurd. So as long as there's something to where I can stick to me and be who I am authentically as an artist and as a person, the right amount of money is backing me for everything that I need, and the resources are there. Those are the things that I would need to sign a dotted line. But I'm very nervous because I've watched Unsung. I've heard horror stories. We see what Megan is going through, and I don't be getting into all that mess or whatever, but that's just sticky in itself. So it's so many different things that I think we just as independent artists really have to pay attention to and be put up on game on, so we don't get screwed over.
Who would you say right now, if you just had to sign to a label, who would you say I'm comfortable with? So, okay, I got Jay-Z with Rock Nation.
Okay.
We got, what's JD's? Jermaine Dupri. What's his
So Def.
So Def. Why did I forget that? What's wrong with me? So Def. Let's see, who else? Who we got? I'm trying to think of one more that I want to do.
Are people really signed to JD still though?
Well, according to Bow Wow.
Well, what's T? I don't know.
Wait, you ain't seen Bow Wow rent? Girl,
I don't be in bed. So I be tired. I be taking naps, girl. I don't know what we gonna.
So here's the thing, and I don't really like the mix, but clearly you gotta be in.
I didn't know.
Industry.
I didn't know. So just you just educated me.
So Lil Bow Wow went on a rant sometime within the last 7 to 10 days. I can't remember.
Oh, it's fresh.
Oh, it's fresh. And you know how he be asking people to, send him questions and he gonna answer a little Q&A. Well, people kept asking him, about his relationship with JD. He said, for one, JD never made him. JD played no part in producing any of his stuff, and that he's not a great producer at all, and they don't have
JD who just produced Pressure, Ari Lennox, and thousands of other timeless records. Jermaine Dupri, not Dupri,
The one who made Janet Jackson fall in love.
Let me tell you something about Lil Bow Wow, aka Shad Moss.
Shad Gregory Moss.
You just need to sit down, Papa. You got a lot going on.
And I love Bow Wow. I do. But like, he be wildin'.
I loved Bow Wow back in the day. I don't know what he got going on right now. I was a huge Bow Wow fan.
Man, what?
Went to all the concerts. As a matter of fact, I remember one concert that I went to. I was so excited to get to the row before me that I tried to like jump down, and I rolled down a bunch of. It was very embarrassing. And guess what stopped me from continuing to another person's big booty. I literally like ran into the back.
Shout out to you, Big Booty Judy, because you saved my
life. I was finna fall to my death for Lil Bow Wow. You just don't know the way you move so fast across the floor.
So fun fact. I went to my first Lil Bow Wow concert this year. Was it? They had the Millennium Tour. Was it this year? Yeah, was it this year, or was it like last year at the end of the year?
Girl.
The Millennium Tour. That was my first ever Lil Bow Wow concert at 23 years old.
Girl, at that point, he not even Lil Bow Wow no more. Dang. Okay, I'm gonna let you make it.
I was so excited, girl. The little kid in me, I was up in there like, ah!
So did you enjoy it?
It was good.
Okay.
He put on a show. Now, was he upset? He was a little upset. Well, for one, let me tell you about that concert. So, this was the one where B2K was supposed to come.
Because it's been two. This was the recent one, right?
The recent one.
Okay. Because I went to the first one, I think in like 2019.
Yes. So, this was the second one.
Okay.
B2K was supposed to be there. Sammy, Soulja Boy, Bow Wow. Well, once B2K made it off stage, there was only two in the cave.
Girl, shut up. Get out.
Where was Omarion? Like, we knew Raz wasn't gonna be there. We knew that.
Cause Raz was tripping at the first concert. He was doing a lot there, so he didn't come to this one at all.
Actually, wait. I lied. I told the story wrong. There was only a B. I'm over here talking about Omarion wasn't the one that showed up. No, Omarion was the only one that showed up.
Omarion gonna be showing up because he's gonna dance. He's gonna put on the show. It's gonna turn into the Omarion if it's not gonna be B2K.
That's what he did.
Not even J Boog showed.
None of them showed up. Girl, he put out all the cheers for all of them. As if so, us as the crowd, we thought that they were gonna come out. They put out the cheers and everything. Girl, he just started singing everybody parts and just started kicking the chairs down. I said, "Oh, what the hell is going on right now?" Kicking chairs.
They need to hang up that Millennium Tour. It's done.
Why was he kicking the chairs? You worried about the Millennium Tour being hung? Why was he?
Because he thought they was coming out. Maybe
he knew damn well. Because his tour. He knew they did not come to Houston.
It seemed like they don't be. Because I'm like, was they just backstage and just decided they're not gonna do the show?
They were not in Houston.
Oh, baby, he should have left them other chairs. Okay.
He was being dramatic. Okay. So Bow Wow had to come in at the very end.
Is this on YouTube? I would love to see this. Cause what?
I wish that the Houston show was on YouTube. It may be. We need to go look because, baby, that was a performance within itself. I like that more than the.
It was memorable. You will never forget that Millennium Tour.
Never ever in my life. Okay. Anyways, since we're talking about how Lil Bow Wow influenced us, and
I don't know if I can agree with his Jermaine Dupri. I think a lot of things I like Bow too. I do, but I think there might be a little resentment because of maybe the lack of respect he feels he gets in the game.
Yeah. Because
he's been in the game since he was, 7? He been in for a long time, and really, he a legend.
He is. And people really trying to play him.
They do be trying to play him.
It really can't. He played himself, though, with that video. You know that video he did at the airport? You didn't see the video? D. What?
I be seeing stuff that just be like entertainment. I see it, and it be like...
So... This was years ago. He made a little video, whatever. He was walking to the airport with his hood on. And I guess he had like security here, security there. And he was like, they don't know it's me. Nigga, nobody cared.
I think I do remember seeing something like that.
Nobody cared. And then he did another video talking about he was on a private jet, and it wasn't his private jet. But wow, you didn't even have to act like that.
You don't have to do that.
You get respect in your own lane. You played yourself. Let it go, baby.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Let's go. Exit stage.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think it's some insecurity with. He probably feels like he should be respected on another caliber by this time at this age, and so because he's not, maybe he does little things like that. Maybe he says little things he shouldn't say.
Well, he said he don't even want to. He didn't even care about music. He said,
but even outside of music, it's probably just him as a person.
Yeah,
I think I can see that. Like if I've been working as long as I have been, giving y'all hits, been in movies, been
on Twitter,
doing all this, and yeah, like y'all, I would feel a way too. I could get it. I don't think I would be as corny as him. That just ain't me, but
it works for him. He say, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, and y'all still gonna buy all my do-rags.
Girl, not the do-rags and the beauty supply.
So I just bought my brother one.
Dang.
Love you, Shad. Call me. Who are your musical influences?
Jasmine B. Sullivan. Mm-hmm. That's my girl.
Did you go to the concert?
Yeah, did I?
Oh my gosh, I was
so
right
sad. Right there. She was right in my view.
Oh my gosh, did she get a good video?
I did.
Did she see you? Did she make eye contact?
I don't know. Oh. But I didn't even really record that many videos because I really was just experiencing the concert. Yeah. And the energy in there. So the girl, okay, I ain't telling nobody else this but my daddy and my close friends. Okay. But the girl who opened up, her name was Maida, I believe. She sang beautifully. Mm-hmm. And the energy that was just in that place was, maybe it was just me because I'm a crybaby. Maybe because I'm also an artist. So I just was experiencing the concert from a different view.
Perspective.
Yeah. I started crying. I started like boo-hoo. I had to turn away and was like I text my dad and was like, I'm crying because number one, you could tell that a lot of people didn't know who the opener was. Mm-hmm. And, you know, she was just still singing and the people that was vibing. And she sounded beautifully. And it was just like, I could see myself on that stage. It was just amazing. And then Jasmine came out and the energy was great because she had just won the Grammy. Yeah. And that was her first show after that. So the energy was beautiful. Mm-hmm. She was feeling herself.
As she should.
She should. So vocally now for real is Jasmine. When I was growing up, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. I would say now though, Jasmine and Beyonce. It's cliche. Everybody says Beyonce. No. I'm not with the hype.
Queen Bee will always reign. I'm sorry.
Her vocal control
is amazing. It's out of this freaking world. There's not many people who can match that. Like,
it ain't even on no hype because she fine, because she Beyonce. No. Like the Beehive, I
don't claim to be part of the Beehive. I don't be out here running to the Ivy Park drives. That's not me. Yeah. I just give credit where it's due. And Beyonce Giselle's nose, girl. But it don't help that she a Virgo.
I'm a Virgo, so
yeah. That's crazy.
I can't say nothing about Virgo.
That's insane.
Why? Because you a Virgo?
Girl.
And then your mama Cancer and then
I'm
Cancer.
Wow. That's crazy. No, that's insane because Virgos are the best people in the world. So and that explains why everybody love Beyonce, right? They love Beyonce. They love me.
Well, it makes sense. The math adds up.
So who would you say? No. Backtrack just a little bit. What are your long time girl? Long time girl. Love you long time. What are your long term goals?
My long term goal. Her goals. Is to be doing what I love, singing, traveling, performing, and just living life. I recently quit my job and just did this full time. So it is so freeing to be able to wake up and do whatever I want to do. So if I can wake up and do whatever I want to do anywhere, that would be what I would want to do. And I think with that type of freedom comes so many other things that I could be doing in life. So many other things that I could be contributing to. So many other different things that I can be impacting. So many organizations, so many people. So because I have the freedom and the finances and the resources to be able to do that. So if I could just live a life that's carefree in that vein, I'm good. I'm telling you, I look at life a lot differently because I'm one of those ones, and I've been called conspiracy theorist and all of these things, but I'm one of those ones who I understand that we are really living in a facade, and we're not given the truth for real. So I don't know everything, but I do know that the fastest that I can really get out of this country, but really where I can have girl, like, and the whole world is a little crazy, but America is just giving.
Yeah, that's crazy because this is the place where people ran to. They wanted to
the American dream, but now people not really running here for that anymore.
Yeah,
I seen a video of somebody. I think they might have been from England or somewhere or something like that, and they were like, "Yeah, we used to think so highly of America, and now we laugh. Like when Americans come over to their country, they look at them like, oh, it's Americans. Now they be like, oh, it's Americans. Like they think we're a joke.
I mean, because we are." we are a joke. Take me somewhere else.
I just
Europe.
I mean, take me to an island where it's a bunch of black ass people.
That's true.
And beautiful water and nature and animal. Like that's what I want.
I want to live by the water.
I just feel like me too. I'm a water baby. So if I can live and have that type of carefree lifestyle, I'm taken care of. My people taken care of. I'm good. I got money saved or crypto or silver, gold, whatever it is. Whatever. I have stuff set in place that if it gets popping,
we out. I'm already ready. We done.
That's what be on my mind. Cause I don't know how long we got left. I ain't gonna lie to you,
man. Because it's getting crazier and crazier.
It's stupid.
I'm just like,
I seen a video today of a bird, and the man like pulled out the wings. And they was looking like lights and like it was basically a drone type of bird. It wasn't real. And then I also seen an article where it was saying that the government admitted to those type of birds. Man, it's some crazy.
I already don't like birds, but you just added a whole another layer to that.
Hey, I don't want to sound crazy. I sound crazy all the time when I
don't matter because you don't sound crazy to me.
Look. Them little lines that we see in the sky. Them is chemtrails. People will be poisoning. I'm telling you, that's why people be so sick and all this different type of stuff. They alter the weather. So knowing these type of things, I don't be having time. I just want to get away. And I just want to be able to live a lifestyle to where I'm comfortable. I'm able to enjoy my life and say I've lived. But then also preparation. So I know, nowadays or even earlier times, maybe they weren't thinking about preparation in that sense, but just I want to make it to live life and have fun. That's only half of it for me. I want to have fun and I want to be able to travel and do what I want to do and experience the world and experience cultures and nightlife and day life and all these different type of things. But I also just want to make sure preparation wise that I'm good. That is super, super important to me.
Yes,
super. So that's a long term goal for me. And then I don't know, kids.
How many kids? Okay, how many kids we looking at?
I was an only child for a while, and then my brother came along, and then my sister. So I do like siblings. I think I would want to have a few. I don't know why I feel in my spirit I'm gonna have twins. Ooh. Twins are in my family, and nobody else has had them. My uncles were twins.
Oh yeah.
Nobody else has had them, so
it might be your turn.
It might. I just feel like it's gonna be me or my other younger cousin. I don't know why. I think it's gonna be me.
Not twins.
Yeah, but I mean,
well, you know what? But okay, here's the thing. I think that would make sense though, because I mean they're a pair. You just pop your two out, then you're done. Yeah. You don't need no more. Close it up.
I would want to say that I haven't experienced childhood or childbirth. So I can't really say like, oh, I want all these kids, because I just heard it's super painful and literally on the brink of death. But I can't say I would want
3 in there.
I would say about 3.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm not closed off, because I understand the bigger the family, the more, the legacy. So it just depends on what kind of husband I got, because,
Because I ain't popping them out this coop.
No, I'm just saying it's going to be a lot of popping, so it might be a lot of kids. That my man needs to be one that can provide for me, not only financially, but love and affection, quality time. I need somebody that I can talk to. I like having deep conversations about like fake birds in the sky and stuff. So I need somebody who's educated, definitely black, a man of faith, a man of God,
yes,
for sure. And not one of those men when it comes to spirituality and religion, I'm very kind of a stickler, because there's 2 types. There's one that's kind of just like, oh, Jesus will see me through, and that old type of, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about one that understands that he is made from a God, so he is therefore a God himself, and he carries himself as such, because I do the same for myself. So I need somebody that has that same type of energy.
You praying for me?
You
praying with me?
Yes.
We're going to church.
I need all of that. I need somebody who fulfills the deeper parts of me, because whether I'm with a man or not, I'm gonna be successful. The money is gonna be there. I can do whatever I want. I can take myself on trips. I can buy myself bags. I can cars, house, whatever I want. I need to make sure that at the end of the day, with the chaos of the world and just life, that I have somebody that's a safe space for me at the end of the day. And we have good conversations, we eat good, we are going to have a beautiful family, and he loves me in the way that I need to be loved. When I say love me, I mean, you know what I'm talking about? Because sometimes, they be real good men, but they don't know
how to wrestle.
And it just be upsetting me in my
worst experience. Let's go.
With men?
Worst experience with wrestling.
Girl, I don't know. I done forgot them, because if it's not memorable, you out of sight, out of my. You're deleted from my browser history.
All right. Most memorable experience, wrestling.
I'm not putting my business out there. I'm a lady. I done had some good wrestles though.
She say, I don't kiss and tell. I'll take it, and I will take it. Celebrity alter ego. Let's go.
I don't know, because sometimes I be thinking I'm like a thug on something, like I'm on some like Jay-Z on something,
We love Shine Harder here.
Sometimes I don't know, I feel like I'm Beyonce. So it just depends on what I'm singing.
So your celebrity alter ego is the Carters.
That's crazy. I mean, that can make a little sense.
And I've never thought of it that way, but I like that. I really actually.
There is like a little kind of swag to me, and like I'm the type of singer, I sing like a rap song. So there's that type of swag to me. So I think that makes sense. I really never thought about it until literally like right now.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, yes, I want you to keep that answer.
Okay.
When somebody asks you, but I just might steal that too. Because I was like, yeah, I am a little bit of Jay-Z. But we gotta give the Beyonce every now and then. We're the Carters. Okay. How would you say the music that you listen to right now influence you?
So I listen to 90s R&B a lot.
We love that. Okay. Last song you listen to. The very last song that you listen to. That you can think of.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not fair, because the last song that I listened to was Freaky Deaky, Doja Cat, and Tyga, because I just heard it earlier in the car with my daddy, and I was like, I like that song. So then I went to listen to it, and that was literally the last song that I listened to.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not a Doja fan.
Are you? I heard that she made like some really...
And I think that's what it is, because
bad comments about black people. And
so, and you're not really you don't keep up with that type of stuff, so it won't affect you at all.
But I'm still one of those types to where if you are like that, I kind of don't fool with you, but at the same time, I'm an artist, so I appreciate good artistry.
And I'm not gonna lie, she
is a good artist. And when I say an artist, she's able, if she's really considered a rapper, but she can kind of sing, the way that she does her melodic verses and her dynamic, just like Nicki Minaj. Her artist in the way that she does her voices and switches it up, and the lyrics are what they are, and there's some singing, there's some rapping. You're an artist when you can do a little bit of everything. Not when it's just one lane and you're so just like this, and every time we can expect it's just gonna be like this. So I can appreciate that and respect that. Now her as a person, but I can say her music, and I've been hearing it not because I'm going to search for it, but because I may be like at a friend's and the playlist is playing and the song is playing, and I'm like, I like that. What's that? And it just happened to be Doja ass, but you know.
You see, I put her in the same box as what's that girl name? The one that got the baby by the baby.
Girl, bye. Danny Lake. Danny Lake. She's not impressive to me.
What you mean? Don't do that. I'm playing. I'm playing because I don't like her. She's not impressive to me at all.
I mean, she's not. Let's just take a time. It's cute, like little elevator music, but
yes,
I don't feel like
if I hear it while I'm walking through Forever 21. Stop laughing.
No, because we're petty as hell talking about elevator music and Forever 21. But I mean,
I'd be like, okay.
That's good. We need elevator music and music in Forever 21.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What I don't want to hear in Forever 21 though is her talking about how they like them light skinned and they hate the dark skin.
I heard about that.
It's cute.
Give me a dark skin. Let me tell you something.
It's cute and all. But here's the thing. Danny. Never mind, I'm not even gonna get into Danny. Danny, I done been on your case way too much. I'm gonna let you be and live
That's
your
free.
life.
That's free publicity. We don't do that.
Next. Period. And with that being said, what would you title the chapter of your life? This chapter right now of your life, and why?
What would I title this chapter? Levels.
Why?
Because I'm in a space right now where I feel like I'm at the beginning. But there's a lot of people around me who are like, no, like you're here, you're there. And I can even see in my own career where I really have advanced and I'm advancing, making the right connections, working with the right people, making the good music, and all of these things. But it's just levels. I'm at a level right now that I wasn't at a year ago. So I think right now I'm appreciating that and just taking a moment to actually see it and feel it and go through it. So I think it would be levels.
How does it make you feel when you walking in the mall or you walking in Target, somebody run up to you and like, oh my gosh, you that girl from TikTok? Oh my gosh, you the girl on YouTube?
I get that.
Really?
How
does it make you feel? What was the first
That's crazy. Yeah. When was the first time it happened?
When the first time it happened. Okay, what was the most memorable time?
I can't
think of the first time.
I can't think of the first time because it just started happening out of nowhere. So all of the notoriety for me happened like after and during and after the pandemic. So during the pandemic, I started doing daily doses with D.
Yes.
Where I would just talk about current events. Really, I was talking about a lot of religious stuff and spiritual stuff and things of that sort. Current events, political things of that sort. Or I just wanted to talk and give a dose. So I was doing that every day. So when I would go out, people would be like, "Okay, daily dose with D." So that was different because it was just my doses and not really me as an artist. But then it began to be like, oh my God, like I follow you. Like, okay, this one girl, I was at the Address and I did a show on a few Tuesdays. I do the live show with Teddy Tuesday. It's a podcast at the Address. So they have a lot of business owners and vendors come out. And this one girl came up to me and she was like, oh my God, you that girl that sang Pressure on YouTube? Because Pressure has went viral. It's like at 150 views and counting. And so she was like, oh my God, I didn't know you was in Houston. I follow you on YouTube. I'm like, YouTube? I think that's how I know it's kind of like, okay, it's getting a little real, because YouTube has always been a platform. I've been posting videos on there since I was like in high school. If you go in there and look for real, there's some embarrassing. I probably shouldn't even say that. No, but there's some embarrassing videos of your girl. Okay, and so when people go to YouTube, it's like, oh, you be looking for real, or because you know, it's just I post on there and I kind of get off because YouTube is just such a wide market, and so for people to come up to me and be like, yeah, your video with Pressure, I seen it. That's wild to me. I would say that's the most memorable, and that happened like maybe a month ago. Oh my God! That was really cool. I didn't cry. I was just. I was been in that car. I done had too many moments where I've been crying, so now it's kind of like, damn, this live. This is my life. I just need the money to come. Look, okay. I don't want to be famous. I want to be rich. Like, I want to be paid.
I need the money. I don't care about you knowing who I am. I'm just trying to afford them trips. I'm trying to live my life. Okay.
Trying to invest some dollars. You know what I'm talking
about? Money. So, which upcoming artists are in your network right now? I promise it's that I want to work that you want to work with, or no. That you no, I want to do that you want to work with. I'm not gonna do that you have worked with. But who do you want to work with?
Upcoming, like not really known, or
let's do upcoming, and then I want to do like known.
Ooh. The one artist that I said that I would want to work with was Mona Leo.
Yes.
But it's crazy because I kind of already worked with her. That's my girl. She's super cute, super sweet. Yeah, I remember when Beating Down Your Block came on, I was like, I wrote her on Twitter and I was like, oh my God, I love Beating Down Your Block. I want to work with you. I want to work with you. And so then she was doing this collective project, and she selected me to come on. So we did a lot of work together. It wasn't finished, but we did work together. And then the Good Pops Festival that she did last year, I think it was, when Ari Lennox was supposed to come, she premiered one of her songs where she was singing, and I did backgrounds for her. Oh, look at you. So that was cool. I think as far as upcoming, I would say that was one that was on my radar for a minute. But then it happened. So I don't really know.
Maybe I need to slide in your DMs then.
And she's one of those artists where she's really interactive with her fans. So it really was just like, you know, who can sing and who's available to pull up, and I DM'd her, and she was like, okay, here's the information. Oh my gosh! So it was really cool. Yeah, it was really cool. It was really, really cool. So
okay, now you can pick any artist in the world, dead or alive. Dead or alive. Who you want to work with? You only get one, so choose wisely.
I want to work with Beyonce,
yeah. I mean, I feel like that's only right.
I just feel like vocally, like I can stand balls out. I can stand and say that I could keep up with B vocally.
I believe it.
I can say that.
I believe it, and I feel like that would be hot as hell for the city. You have to, okay, Beyonce. Alright, so now we have a dinner.
Okay. Oh, you finna do that.
You know I am.
Go ahead. You know, stop me off for this one.
Yes, there we go. There we go finish it. Okay. So, we got dinner right here. We sitting at the table.
Okay.
You got your food right there. You eating the steak. You got some mashed potatoes.
Okay.
What else?
I like lamb chops.
You like, okay.
And mashed potatoes and asparagus.
I was just gonna say asparagus. Okay, so we got the lamb chops.
Okay.
Mashed potatoes, the loaded mashed potatoes. So you got the cheese, the bacon. No sour cream though, because you don't like sour cream.
I like sour cream.
Oh, that's nasty. Why you like sour cream?
I don't know.
Okay. You got sour cream. Then we got the asparagus, right?
Okay.
You can invite 3 people to sit next to you. Who's sitting next to you at dinner? You get to talk to them. You get to pick their mind. You get to shoot your shot. I mean, hey, countless options here. Who are we choosing? And again, this is dead or alive.
Oh, I would love to talk to Whitney.
I was hoping you said
I would love to talk to Whitney. I just feel like her energy. Oh, Whitney, Nipsey for shit sure.
Nipsey freaking hustle. Oh my gosh, girl,
that broke my heart. I literally thought that was an April Fool's joke, and when I found out it was for real, I cried.
You talking about days? I was in shambles for at least a week. Like him, my favorite sneaky link. Shout out to you.
Dang.
He was like, I'm kind of concerned. Do we need to take you to a mental hospital?
Nah, it was a real ass nigga that just penetrated my heart and my mind. Like, imprint, like we talked about.
Imprint. Okay, so we got Nipsey. We got Nippy. We got
Hermes. Dang, is this a dead table or what? I'm gonna get some life up in here.
Dead table. Okay, so what are you asking him?
Nip, I'm talking to him about investing, business.
Cause he had that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really wasn't hip on his music when he passed. I was more so into his philanthropy and who he was as a person.
Yes, I can see
and then I got into his music. Yeah, that last album, I liked that one. Oh my
gosh, that one was amazing. But I loved his music. I think I fell in love with it.
It's very LA.
Very much so. And see, I love LA. Like,
I love LA too, but I'm not really a West Coast fan for real. It's an acquired taste.
Yes.
And it depends on the song, it depends on the artist.
Yes.
But because I like Nip, I was like, okay, I can rock with his music. So yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna go to Nipsey for the business mindset. What we going to Whitney for?
Whitney, just because her energy was just
beautiful.
She said, "I don't smoke crack. I make too much money to smoke crack." Like, and in the video, Bobby and I'm all like, type of shade. Like, I just feel like she would be so much fun.
Yes.
So much fun, and just as an artist to artist, and I feel like, I'm getting emotional. I just feel like it would be beautiful. So definitely those two.
Last one.
Like artists or just people?
I would say people.
I feel like I would want Angela Davis at my table.
What are we asking Angela Davis?
Girl, she's like a pioneer and just pro-black.
Yes.
So I would just be talking to her about pro-blackness and just the community and what we would need, and just picking her brain about history. I'm a big history head.
Okay, we love that.
I'm a big history head. Like, my grandpa would sit and talk about, just how times were, and I would just listen and just kind of soak it all in. So I think that would be totally different from art and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think I would definitely want her at my table. I would want some QT with her as well.
We love that. I would have.
That's very different. That's very different. I know. I kind of.
But I love that. I feel like you love the history, girl. You would love my grandpa.
I love old people. Old people and babies.
Let me tell you, my grandpa, he is he owned a barbershop on Black Wall Street.
Love it.
He's the longest lasting building out there. They just gave him the.
Girl, that is literally history.
And here's the thing: when you were talking about like how you didn't realize how big your grandfather was, girl, it wasn't up until maybe like a year ago that I was like, oh, he is the shit, huh? Oh, okay.
Is he still living? Girl, pick his brain.
And I do.
Oh my God. Just let him talk.
I just let him. Girl, and do he talk?
No, I bet.
I love you, Papa. Sure do.
I love you, Papa, too. That's beautiful.
I'm gonna take you to go meet him. I'm serious.
I love that.
He out there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, girl. He loved it out there. Look, wow. You can have him do a little. Oh, girl, what's in my eyes burning? You should. He give you a little monologue on Black. Oh, girl, let him do a little monologue. We can make some shade.
I love it.
Okay. While I get my eye, y'all, I
feel like my contact. No, you got glasses.
I ain't got no doggone contacts. I don't know what that is.
I gotta do your eye real fast, like.
Don't do that.
Like that right there.
I feel like I look retarded. Y'all see me?
No. This is probably the most funnest interview you've had. Huh? I'm a character, I know.
You're a whole mess by yourself, bro.
I was the only child for a while, so I just know how to entertain myself.
And so did. My mother, unfortunately, didn't allow me to be the only child by myself. I got a brother 3 years younger than me.
Oh, that's cute.
I love you, Papa. I do, but he get on my nerves.
Does he?
He sure do. He think he grown now. And all the little girls, they be following
How old is
behind him. He's 20 now.
My brother's 20.
Oh,
so I
girl,
know.
so you know the struggle, girl. I'd be like,
sit down,
please, okay, girl. He came home a couple weeks ago for spring break. He was outside every day, out here moving around. Had little girls coming in, and I'm like, hold on, picking you. Who picking you up?
He say he's on his hot boy time. I know that ain't your life, young buck.
I told this man he can't have a girlfriend until he's 36.
Girl,
What you mean?
No,
I'm not playing.
It's not realistic.
Why it's not?
How old are you? Are you 36?
Nope.
Okay, so
big grown.
You didn't have boyfriends and links and.
What's up, work? It don't work like that. It don't work like that.
No, let that man have his fun.
Don't let her get you in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway.
I don't want zero problems, big fella. Zero problems.
Shut up. Okay. All right. What's the ticket for a Savannah feature?
For a feature. Right now, I'm kind of giving them away for free, basically. For a hook, $150. For a verse, $250. That's free.
What's going on with you?
They still not lining up for it. Still not. So in a minute, I'm just gonna hike that price up to what it really should be.
Yeah.
And I still don't. That's the thing that I struggle with, because people really don't want to pay for real. They want to use you for your services and pay as little as possible. And we see this all the time with live music. Can we talk about that for a second? Live music. A lot of these places are very successful. They have so much money coming in, and they want to pay the entire band crumbs. And you have to understand too, everybody has to get paid. So, you know, if you like, oh, okay, well, $600, that's a lot, because that's $600. But to a band, everybody kind of walking away with like 100, 125. Really so I didn't sang and worked and sweated and sang around this whole building for 2 to 3 hours, and all I'm walking away with is $125.
Let's talk about the fact that you gotta drive to get there,
because gas is $70,000 a gallon. It's crazy. So, and I don't know if that's just in the black community too. It's just us, in pricing our worth is problematic. For some people, they don't. It's gonna be this price, and that's what it is. But I also think those people are more successful because they are very adamant on their price. And if that doesn't work for you over here, you're not my target market. Let me go over here. So it's really beginning to be that way, because my catalog is really nice. Like, I'm currently working with some big Houston legends, and I just feel like I should be paid what I'm owed. So $150, $250 is really like a special right now, before it go to a few couple $100, and then it's gonna get to some racks, because bills gotta be paid. Like, I'm doing this full time, and that's another thing, you know, they tell us all the time, step on faith and do, you know, what it is that you feel like you need to do. But if I don't have clientele, because people want to be so cheap, what do I do? And I'm very passionate about staying in the black community, but them the ones who don't really want to be paying us like that. Own people. And so, and it's not that they don't have it. It's just, some of them are just starting off, and every situation is kind of different. And I'm still working through how to maneuver that, and, you know, be discerning about that. But it's going to get to the point where I'm going to have to go to other markets, because they budget is way higher. Yeah. And I mean, if I'm doing this full time, you know. But do what you got to do. Like, you can't feel bad about it. Yeah. You have to think about yourself first. And after that, everything that's supposed to come to you and all the things you're supposed to do, it'll fall in place. I agree. So I think it's important to talk about that because a lot of us just kind of see on the outside like, oh, you doing this and you doing that and you must be making this, you must be making that. It's still a struggle.
Yeah.
It's still a struggle. And I know I've talked to several musicians and singers as well, and they're like, the reason that these establishments keep giving these low prices is because we keep taking them.
Accepting them. Yep.
But if we all say, we're not singing or playing until the budget is this, and you can't book nobody in the city for real, then you're going to go and start searching for them coins.
Just because you don't have no choice. You have no choice at all. So you got to hit them where it hurt in their pocket. Stop playing with me.
Make their pockets hurt. Yes.
That's how you do it.
That's
okay?
it. That's it.
Stop playing. Know your worth. They go for all of the artists out here. Know your freaking worth. And then add tax. A lot of tax. A lot of it.
That part.
And if anybody has a problem, again, come see me. DM me. Lay L 3 A's 3 Y's 3 underscores 333. What would you say is your favorite song that you've ever written or recorded?
I gotta go with Love Letter.
We talked about that.
Yeah,
okay,
I gotta go with Love Letter.
What's the worst song? It's the one that's like, if somebody play it, you will cringe. You will cry. You will run into the corner and hide.
Oh, it is so. Every now and then, like, my music will be on shuffle on my phone, and it'll like play one of those old ones that ain't mixed and mastered. It ain't even released, so it ain't even no point in naming the names because it ain't even out there. But I'll just be like, throw up. Who told you to record that? It was just, but it's really not even bad. It's just, I was young. I'm nasally. I sound like a little kid. Yeah. It's one of those type of things, but I can't say that I've just ever recorded like a bad song.
Okay. And we love that because, I mean, I haven't heard a bad song. So thanks. I do believe that. I do. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to wrap this up a little bit. We're going to wrap it up with a game.
A game?
Yeah.
What kind of game?
Do you like games?
I like to play here and there.
Alright. Well, we're going to play a game. My favorite game to play.
If you say truth or dare, I'm running about it here.
Actually, I was not. But
don't do that. What was you gonna play? Song Association? Love it. Come on, let's go. It's my favorite game.
It's so funny because here's the thing. We're gonna play 2 games now. Song Association will be first. Truth and Dare will be second. Song Association. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
If you need me, I'll sing backup vocals for you.
Okay. Period.
But the first word that we are gonna go with today is gonna be drunk.
Drunk in love, we be all night. Love, we be all night.
Yes, man.
Love, very drunk in love. Out there whiskey.
Again, crown and drown me, baby. Crown and drown me. Word number 2.
Okay.
Woman.
Cause you make me feel like a natural woman.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
We love that. Give it that RESPECT. Okay. Third word. Bust.
Pussy. Is you fucking 2 shots? Hey.
Okay. Number 4 is love.
This is my love letter. Hey, till the night and the day. Oh, This is my love letter.
Who that is? I don't know who that is.
Savannah.
What song that is?
Love letter available on streaming platforms.
Alright, we're gonna do one last one. Let's see, we're gonna make this a fun one.
Okay.
Shit. I ain't gonna lie, it's just finna come off the top of my head.
I was gonna say shit. I don't know what
No,
man.
Yeah, that's not the word. Baby.
Baby, 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 baby. Oh, no, baby, baby. I love it when you hear me say, gonna be playing, baby, 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 baby. Ooh, yeah. That's all I know. It's baby, 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 baby.
Shout out to Shanti. She was at the tour too. The Millennium tour. Yeah, it was amazing. She did so great. She came out in her little stunner shades and everything.
Shanti is cute. She looked good.
Oh my.
She looks great.
Baby, I don't know why I nearly fumbled that bag.
Well, maybe Nelly didn't fumble it. Maybe because I heard he was lacking in the packing.
That's why he was the one that fumbled the bag.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, you must not have seen the video.
I didn't see the video. I just heard.
Technically, I didn't see the video either. I see why he ain't got her.
Dang, Nelly.
Woo, okay. All right, D, the people want to know about your... Let's talk about your relationship life. We haven't talked about that. We haven't touched that at all. And, you know, I kind of tried to tie into that. You know, just tap into it a little bit with the, wrestling. And we talked about, how you're in your pee bag. So am I. And so, let's talk about it.
About exactly.
So the truth is... What is your pee life right now? What does that consist of?
It just consists of experiencing people. I am not in a space right now where I'm trying to commit to anybody. I've tried to do that too many times. And I've just always been disappointed. And I'm really a lover at heart. So... the guys that I was dealing with, they were boys, and a lot of that was on me. And so I had to take a step back and just really kind of evaluate that and be honest with how I choose guys. And I say guys because they weren't men to me, they were boys. So I had to be honest with how I was choosing them and what I was doing wrong, and did I really know myself? Did I really know what I want and what I don't want? And I think that I just kind of allowed myself to just, oh, you like me, maybe you'll be the one, so let me do this. And that's gay. Okay, it's not gay, but like, that's lame. Like, no. So
I'm already knowing.
In the space that I'm in right now, I'm very honest with the men that I deal with, and I let them know that I'm not looking for any emotional attachments. I am doing what I want to do, whatever that may be with you. Or if I'm talking to somebody else and they just want to get to know, like, I got friends too that pick my brain and be like, so what you be doing? And I'd be like, I just do what I want to do. In every aspect of my life right now, in my career, personally with what I'm doing, as well as who's in my circle, as well as the men that I entertain or that entertain me. So right now I'm just having fun. I'm just experiencing people, and I ain't hopping from saddle to saddle. We ain't doing that, but I'm very free in the understanding of I'm experiencing you for however long
you are
that happens.
And when you leave, then you're leaving.
When it's time for me to go, I gotta go. And you have to be okay with that.
Yeah, because I'm going to be okay with that.
They struggle sometimes because I am literally like a taste of heaven. So it's hard, but,
It is what it is. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
They can at least relish on the fact that they experienced you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in whatever that, because some of them just get conversation, some of them just get time, you know. Others, they might get a little razzle dazzle, but everybody's not privy to that.
Yes.
Very selective of who I let ride this ride. And just into my space for real. I am, because it's some lame ass niggas out here, and I don't have time. And I just the energy of men that I want in my life are people that can provide, people that can match whatever you want to buy. Something cool, I can match you and buy that too. It's nothing,
but not
you know
just talking about it. Actual
girl,
because girl, you don't know how many times I can get you this. I can get. Why you ain't got it yet? You telling me what you can get,
and what you got, and what you can do. And
where I
don't see it.
Where's that?
I'm still buying all my meals.
I'm paying for the gas in my car. What's going on? What is going on?
If you say you rock with me like that for real, you in my space, and you on my line every day, and you doing it, and you ain't contributing in no kind of way, for real.
You ain't asking me what I need.
And so right now, I will say that I am experiencing someone who's very attentive to that. Oh, he asks me what I need, what I want to eat, where I want to go.
I love that.
Not only in the city of Houston, you know what I'm saying, trying to take me out on flights in the country.
He got a cousin, a brother.
No, he doesn't.
A nephew that might be of age. Let's clarify.
Only child, sorry.
Oh wow, he got friends that think like him. I mean, look,
you know what you gotta do, sis?
What?
You gotta dip in the older pool.
Okay, but where? Because
like, where do you meet them?
Yes, because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, you don't understand. I'm really trying. Me and my best friend, we just had this conversation. She was like, "Lay, you really gotta get out here and date."
Yeah, you do.
But these men, like, I don't understand. I'm really turned off, like, when people overpromise something for no reason, or like they're real flashy for no reason.
Absolutely.
It turns me off. And so when you come straight off the bat, which is what most of these men start to do, they come straight off the bat with the overpromising and the flashiness. I don't want it. And I've had very bad
that's very lame to me. I don't. Any time that I've been showed that type of attention is just over time. I don't expect nobody to come out and start paying for this and paying for that. And just because we have relations in that instinct, I still don't really expect you to pay. I ain't no prostitute, but I take care of you in a matter where I understand that men need to be taken care of in a certain way. And a lot of women don't understand that. Men like respect. Men like to feel seen. They like to feel heard. They like to be that. They want you to be that safe space at the end of the day. Whatever type of relationship y'all got, even if it's just friends or even if it is intimate, if you can provide the type of energy to where they chilling, they ain't gotta worry about nothing, they ain't gotta watch their back, they ain't gotta worry about if you scheming, if you using, they will literally give you the world. But it's all about energy. And that's why I say learn yourself and really know who you are energetically and just as a person for real, because that's going to speak before you even open your mouth.
I feel that.
So, where you should go though.
Yeah, I need to think.
Hotel lobbies.
Here's the thing that's crazy, because I just said that. So I'm going to go to the hotel lobby. I'm going to go to the hotel bar.
Where the business conferences, where the men be. Yeah. You know, sometimes, and I'm solo dolo all the time. I go to a bar and just chill. And a lot of times they'll be there. You just gotta kind of know how to.
But see, here's the thing. Okay, all right. So here's the thing. I've done that. I've gone to the bars and just chill by myself, because I go everywhere by myself anyway. So I don't really deal with nobody out here. I don't know what to do. I be feeling so awkward. What am I supposed to do? Because if you're
by yourself,
because the girls on Twitter and TikTok, they say that I'm supposed to bring a book with me, and read, because that makes me look mysterious. I
mean, when I bring a book and I be out, like, I really be reading.
Yeah, they say that decoration.
No, nigga, that books are big, and my thing is, if I can't fit it in there.
But if I bring a book, I want to actually read it. I don't want nobody to
bother you. Exactly. So, don't bring a book. Maybe. I know when I'm out, like, I'm on my phone. I may have an earphone in. Okay. I may have it set up. maybe I'm watching something, maybe I'm listening to something. Okay. But I'm also making sure that my attention is open to where if somebody wanted to approach me or wanted to give me a glance, because 9 times out of 10 when you're by yourself, they'll give you a glance before they just know if they can come up. And vice versa, if you want to shoot your shot too. And that's another thing. I don't mind shooting my shot.
How do you shoot your shot? How do you shoot your shot? I'll tell you.
I just be me. Like, I'll say something slick. I'll compliment them. I
thought I did something slick one time. Okay, so just like you just throwing out stuff you never talked about. I've never told anybody this other than the people that know. So I called myself. This was my sophomore year in college. I called myself shooting my shot. And so I slid into this guy's DMs. I asked my best friend because she was sitting right next to me at the time. And I was like, hey, you think I should like send him this rap or whatever? Like, I wrote this rap. You think I should send it to him? Look at your face. Okay, let me go ahead and throw in there that I was a little drunk.
Did you know him? No.
Okay, I kind of knew him.
This is like Instagram, social media?
Yes. But okay, I knew him because like we went to school together and everything. And we had mutual friends. And so, without getting too into it, he had dropped off one of my roommates because they were not involved with each other, but they were like working with a group or whatever, and I guess he gave her a ride home. And so he walked into the living room and I saw him and I was like, that's a sign from God. It's time for me to slide in them DMs. And I had made up a rap on the spot. I was like,
oh, you were serious.
Oh, I was serious.
Oh, that's effort.
Again, I was drunk.
I think shit like that. Like, if a nigga made a rap and was like trying to shoot at me, it depends. If it was like real lame, he gotta be fine.
Well, but it was lame. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even.
I'm a cornball though, so I like lame stuff like that a little bit.
And that's what I thought. I was like, it's a little corny, but
if he has a sense of humor, he'll laugh at it, and that'll start conversation.
Well, apparently, it did start a conversation, but it wasn't a conversation that I wanted.
Just kind of keeping it on some friends.
Girl, he didn't even respond to me.
You don't appreciate my raps?
But here's the thing, though. We cool to this day. But and I'm asking, and maybe you'll hit me up and you'll let me know why you had to just,
Don't do that. It took time and effort for the
time and effort. And I was really flowing with. Now, do I remember it? No.
It don't even matter.
No, I'm gonna pull it up for you.
It's the thought that counts.
It was
like, if you want to sit and write a rap for a nigga because you feel like, oh dang, let me shoot my shot, I'm finna write a rap. Like,
then you should have appreciated.
You should have appreciated.
Maybe that. Oh no, I didn't. Okay.
You gonna spit this rap right now?
You ready?
Are they ready?
Shit, y'all ready?
Yeah. Let's run it. If I laugh, you're gonna be mad.
You brought the snort out.
I'm just saying, sis.
You can laugh because I'm gonna laugh too. You ready?
Okay,
but don't laugh in the middle of the bar.
Like, I will wait till you're done.
You have to wait till I'm done.
Poetry, right till they finish. Okay.
All right. I typed a text to this boy I want to see, saying that you was in my crib, apartment 13. And I apologize if this message gets you down, but you need to fuck with me and be the father of my child.
Okay.
You brought this note out again, but looking back, that was tragic.
Yeah.
It's giving very much. You was drunk, and why the fuck did you do that?
Why the fuck did you ask him to be the father of your child?
And so, this is the first time that I looked at that. Stop sent it.
Y'all talked since then?
Yeah.
He ain't said nothing about it? Have y'all talked about the rap?
We never talked about the rap.
Oh, he probably was like, that was just too tragic. I ain't even gonna do it like that.
And so, we were, he's a part of a group that hosted a pageant that I was in.
Okay.
And so, we were walking, like, doing the pageant practice and stuff, and he happened to be sitting in there, and they told me to find, like, somebody to just make eye contact with, and he was the first person that I saw, so I made eye contact with him, and it was kind of weird. It kind of was.
After that rap?
Yeah, after that rap. And in my head, I was like... But again, like, I mean, we speak when we see.
I give you a D- for going with International Players Club.
That's one of my favorite songs.
I like that. If I was him, I would have been like, okay, I give you a little pass because you went with a classic.
I just feel like he could have gave me an E for effort.
He could have gave you a little. That Father of My Child probably was like.
That was the one. I know.
He probably froze and was like, I'm gonna respond to that later. And then looked up and it was a week.
Yeah, that was
because I'd be like that.
That was a lot. Like, looking back now, again, this is the first time, and I cannot believe it. I really just did that on camera.
You better believe it.
It's okay. All right. We're gonna wrap this up.
This has been really fun.
It has been fun. I've had a really good time. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Okay. What message do you
tell people? I'm a vibe.
You are a vibe. Like, we need to hang out. Like, that is.
I'm a really good friend. Have a really good time.
I need new friends. So, if y'all see us out in the street, say hello. We are not shy. We're very friendly. So, what message would you like to leave with your fans? It's the last thing that they're going to hear from you.
Support your local artists. We really are out here trying to provide quality content. And I'm not even going to just say support your local artists, because a lot of people really do. They really do support the local. But show some love to the ones that are not in the mainstream vein of your mumble rap or your basic. I feel like artistry today is kind of getting a little dumbed down and watered down, and so when it comes to something that's really great, we don't really know how to receive it. Sometimes it's like, oh, that's really different, I like it. Sometimes it's like, that ain't what I'm so next, because we're used to some monotone and very kind of right here. And when somebody kind of exceeds that level, it could just be taken whatever. And maybe that's just artistry. It is what it is. But I would just say to the fans and supporters, you all really are why we as artists keep doing what we do. You, outside of our own God-given talent and our own ambition, are very key essential parts to our success. So just keep that in mind, that you have a lot of power in your hands on who you support and who they become in the industry. And then also, if you're an artist, don't be so negligent to criticism or development or somebody just giving you some real advice. It's a lot of people who've been in the game longer than you, who know what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and that's not deterring you from your passion or what you want to do. But it's all about helping each other. I really want to see Houston be another LA, or be an Atlanta. Atlanta is better. An Atlanta, a Memphis, because you know these artists are coming out and they all from this city and they're doing well. I want to see that for Houston. We are so much more than Screwed Up Clique. I'm gonna say that again. We are so much more than Screwed Up Clique. While that is a essential part of who we are and it's to be respected, we are so much more than that. And so I think it's just time, and I think it's the time is now. It's happening. But the people got to get on board. So I would say that. I would say that.
We love that. I would say that. Well, tell people where they can find you at.
So you can find me in the streets because I be outside. Hey, I'm just kidding.
Used to be.
But you can find me on Instagram at D Savannah Show. So again, my name is D as in doll, because I look like one, don't I?
Yes, you do.
D as in doll.
Oh my gosh.
D Savannah Show on Instagram, D Savannah on Facebook, D Savannah Show on YouTube. I don't really be on Facebook like that, so Instagram and YouTube is D Savannah Show. Savannah is in Georgia. DSAVANNAHSHOW. And yeah.
Okay, now say that people want to catch a live show. They want to see you in the fan band.
Okay.
Where can they catch you at?
It just depends. I do private gigs. I do restaurants and lounges. I'm at Domain every Wednesday right now.
Okay.
I don't know when this is going to air, but I'll be at 5 Central this weekend.
Okay.
I have a lot of stuff coming up. Be on the lookout for the video single release party for Love Letter. Oh. I'm planning that for May, so you're definitely going to get an invite.
Yes, please.
So once I have all of those details, that'll be out. But I predominantly keep everything, all of my shows and information on my Instagram page for the most part, and that's the Savannah Show. So.
Alrighty. Oh my gosh, D, it was so good having you here. OMG.
This is literally so much fun.
We've had the most fun. I really think, and I say this all the time, but you may be one of my favorites.
I appreciate that.
You're one of my favorites so far. Episode 4 with Miss D Savannah. We here. We've been talking. I'm glad that y'all made it through. I'm glad that y'all watched the whole thing. And now we're out. Gang, gang.
Bye.